Here's you on a Sunday night. You've watched 3 motivational videos, planned the perfect week, and cleaned your entire desk even though the desk was never really the problem. You have a new workout plan, a new study schedule, and for some reason, probably a new notebook. This time is going to be different. For the first few days, it actually is different. You wake up early, you do the work, you start thinking you might have finally become one of those people who just has their life together. Then Thursday arrives, you sleep badly, miss one session, and the whole thing begins quietly falling apart. Maybe you last a week, maybe you are better and last a month, but eventually you are back where you started, looking for another video to make you feel the way the first video did. If that keeps happening, I don't think you need stronger motivation. I think you're asking motivation to do a job it is terrible at. Fresh starts can feel strangely powerful. A Monday, a birthday, New Year's Day, or the first of the month gives you a clean line in time. Researchers call this the fresh start effect. Gym attendance, searches for diets, and commitments to new goals all rise after these landmarks. They let you mentally separate the new version of yourself from the person who wasted last week. That feeling is useful. It gets you to start. The problem is that novelty expires while the work stays exactly where it was. By week 3, the gym is still the gym. The textbook is still the textbook. Motivation got you to build the plan, but it was never going to personally escort you through every random Tuesday night for the rest of your life. Before going further, there is one important exception. If you have lost interest in nearly everything for weeks, your energy is gone, or basic things like sleeping, eating, working, and seeing people are becoming difficult, that may not be a discipline problem. Talk to a doctor or mental health professional. A productivity system is not a replacement for actual help. For everyone else, look at how most goals are designed. Every day you wake up and ask yourself a brand new question. Do I feel like doing the difficult thing today? That is an unbelievably bad system. You are scheduling a daily debate between the long-term version of you and the version that has a warm bed, a phone, and very convincing arguments. The first fix is to make the decision once, not, I should study more. Say, after dinner on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will sit at the kitchen table and study for 20 minutes. Researchers call this an implementation intention. Across 94 tests, these if-then plans had a medium to large effect on whether people actually reached their goals. You could make it even better by planning for the part that normally kills the routine. If I get home exhausted, then I will do the 10-minute version. If my friend asks me to go out, then I will move the session to tomorrow morning. If I miss the morning alarm, then I start after lunch. You are not predicting perfection. You are predicting reality. The next part is where I think most discipline advice gets a little stupid. It tells you to become mentally stronger while leaving your environment perfectly designed to distract you. But real-world research found that people's progress was tied more closely to how often they encountered temptation than to how heroically they resisted it. So make the bad option annoying and the good option obvious. Put the phone charger outside your bedroom. Block the site before the work session starts. Leave the document open. Put the running shoes beside the door. If you want to practice guitar, don't keep the guitar in a case under 3 boxes at the back of a cupboard. That sounds small because it is small. Small is good. Imagine your motivation is a number that changes every day. Some days it is 90, some days it is 12. If starting the task requires 40 points, you only do it on the good days. You can spend years trying to become a person who always has 40 points, or you can redesign the start so it only costs 5. This is why every goal needs a floor version. The full workout might be an hour, but the floor is putting on your shoes and doing 1 set. The full writing session might be 1,000 words, but the floor is 50. The full study block might be 2 hours, but the floor is opening the notes and doing 5 minutes. The floor is not the target. If you feel fine after 5 minutes, keep going. It exists for the awful day when the alternative is 0. You are protecting the connection between the cue and the action. More importantly, you are proving that a bad day is allowed to be a smaller day instead of automatically becoming the day you quit. And this takes longer than the internet usually admits. In one real-world habit study, the median time to get close to automatic was 66 days, and the range was enormous, 18 days to 254. One missed opportunity did not meaningfully ruin the process. So if your routine still feels like work after 3 weeks, congratulations. You are apparently a normal person. Now make progress visible. A review covering 138 studies found that progress monitoring improved goal attainment, especially when people physically recorded it or made it public. This does not mean you need a productivity dashboard with 17 graphs. Put a mark on a paper calendar. Write the number of sessions in your notes app. Let your brain see that the work is accumulating. I would track repetitions, not a perfect streak. Streaks feel great until one missed day turns the whole month into a failure. If you trained 12 times this month, the truth is that you trained 12 times. The calendar does not burst into flames because Tuesday went badly. Your goal is a rising total, not a flawless personality. The work also needs some kind of reward now, not only a theoretical reward 6 months from now. Studies on exercise, studying, and New Year's resolutions found that immediate rewards, things like enjoyment, predicted persistence more strongly than delayed benefits. Wanting to be healthy next year gets you to choose the goal. Not hating today's workout gets you to return tomorrow. So choose the form of the goal you dislike the least. Walk if you hate running. Study somewhere you actually like. Save a certain podcast for the gym. Have coffee after the first focus block, not before 3 hours of scrolling while thinking about the block. You do not need to turn every task into Disneyland. It just cannot feel like punishment every single time. There is another possibility too. Maybe your motivation keeps dying because the goal is borrowed. You saw somebody online with a better body, a nicer apartment, or a suspiciously rented car, and for 20 minutes, their life became your life plan. But goals driven entirely by guilt, comparison, or somebody else's approval are difficult to carry for long. People tend to persist better when they actually endorse the reason they are doing something. That does not mean every useful task must be your passion. I doubt anybody feels spiritually called to answer email. It means the goal connects to something you genuinely chose. Independence, health, skill, money, helping your family, or simply becoming reliable to yourself. This is also why I would start with one serious goal, not 6. When motivation is high, you want to rebuild your sleep, body, career, social life, finances, and morning routine by next Thursday. Then every goal competes with every other goal. Pick the one that would make the rest easier and let the others remain normal for a month. Eventually, even with a good system, you will miss. You will get sick, travel, stay up too late, or just make a bad decision. The dangerous part is usually not the missed day. It is the dramatic story that appears afterward. Here we go again. I never stick to anything, the month is ruined, I may as well restart on Monday. Do not write an autobiography about one bad Tuesday. Just ask what physically happened. Was the cue unclear? Was the task too big? Did the phone win? Were you exhausted? Then change one thing and return at the next available cue using the floor version. No punishment workout, no 4-hour catch-up session. Just resume. That is not letting yourself off the hook. Research on self-compassion after failure found the opposite of what a lot of people expect. Treating yourself decently can increase the motivation to improve. Shame likes to pretend it is discipline, but most of the time it just makes looking at the goal painful. Be honest about the miss without turning honesty into abuse. So here's the whole system. You can set it up tonight on one piece of paper. First, choose one goal for the next 30 days. Not the result you hope to have, but the repeated action under your control. Not lose 10 kilos. Use train 3 times each week. Not become successful. Use apply for one good job every weekday. Second, give that action a cue, a place, and a time. After this happens, in this location, I start this action. Third, write the floor version you will do on the worst reasonable day. It should be small enough that tired you cannot negotiate it down any further. 5 minutes, 1 page, 1 set, 1 email. Fourth, remove the most obvious source of friction before the cue arrives. Fifth, choose an immediate reward or make the activity less unpleasant. Sixth, record every repetition somewhere visible. And seventh, write the recovery rule. If I miss a session, I return at the next cue and do the floor version. That sentence matters more than pretending you will never fail. In a month, you probably will not feel motivated every day. That is the point. On the good days, use the motivation and do more. On the bad days, let the cue, the environment, and the floor carry you. You stop needing a new personality every Monday because the old one finally has a system that works on Tuesday too. You do not need to stay motivated constantly. You need motivation long enough to build something that survives when it leaves. Pick the goal, write the 7 lines, and make the next action obvious. Then when the feeling disappears, which it will, you can keep going anyway.